Back everyone, iPadOS 15 just came out, so let's take a look at it on the iPad Air 2. Now, it's full of fingerprints or whatever, but you guys get the idea. Let me go and zoom out a little bit, and this update actually didn't take too long to install. I thought it was going to take 50 minutes. That is not the case. It took about 2 hours, so it took longer than I thought to install, but totally okay. It takes, I'm not in a rush. Now, this update was about 4.9 gigs on my specific iPad, so definitely not, I guess it's not as big as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be around 5 to 6, but still fairly close. So here's a screenshot of the specific update. As you can see, 4.29 gigs. So I thought, it was actually lower than I thought, but still a good size update. Now, one of the cool things within this specific update, which unfortunately I guess isn't supported on the iPad Air 2, is live text, but I guess this iPad doesn't support it. I'm trying right now. I think it's okay, but I wish this iPad did support it. Now, the biggest thing, I think one of the bigger things, is the ability to place widgets wherever you want to on your display. So you can see if I swipe to the side, I can drag a widget just like this and pretty much just put it on my main display, just like so. And you can put it on any page that you want to. So if I want to place it here, I don't know what's going on right now, but you should be able to go ahead and you can see there's a bunch of problems and stuff. But essentially, you will be able to go ahead and place these widgets. I think it's because I already have it here. So I can drag this widget and place it essentially wherever I want to. So definitely really cool. I'm really happy to see that. Now, you also have the app library, as we've seen before, so really cool. It pretty much got ported over from iOS 14. iPads didn't have it, but now we actually have it on our iPads, which is really cool. We also have this new type of multitasking panel. So if I go ahead and put Safari up here, and if I go ahead and grab something like settings and place it up here, if I go into my multitasking panel, I can go ahead and drag an app over another and essentially create a multitasking app. Now, unfortunately, it's not working for me. So if I try it again, as you can see, it's not working. I'm not really too sure why. It seemed like it was working for a second, but you now have that capability. I think it's still a work in progress. Hopefully it'll come back, but that's a really cool feature as well. And I think it almost worked right there. Nope, no, it didn't work. You also have this cool universal control feature that's not supported on iPad Air 2, but it is supported on newer ones, which is really awesome. We now have focus mode as well, which is essentially like do not disturb meets, something like screen time. So if you go and click here, you can set different things to focus on. I'm not going to use it. I'm glad they put it in, but I'm never going to use it. But I think that's cool. And you also have the ability of coding iOS apps and iPad apps from your iPad and pushing those to an actual app store. So you can always, I think it's through Swift Playgrounds. So that's a really awesome thing. I'm pretty sure the Air 2 is supported, probably not, but that's another really cool thing within iPadOS 15. And Safari has gotten humongous updates as well. If you couldn't tell, it essentially looks like a brand new thing. You can go and get tabs. You can now do Safari extensions within iPadOS as well, which is really awesome. And this in and of itself, I'm going to make a separate video about. But ultimately, should you install it? I would say probably not. I would stick with iPadOS 14. I think it brought a lot of cool features, but it's still, humongous buggy mess. I feel like it's much more glitchier. There's a lot of problems. And even with the app library, for some reason, it's not working anymore. There we go. As you can see, tons of bugs, tons of problems. I would not recommend installing it just yet. Stick to iPadOS 14, especially on an iPad Air 2. I'm super happy that this thing got it. Super surprised. I did not think this thing would get an update like this. I am happy to see it, but I would recommend you guys waiting it out. Do not install this update just yet. Stick to iPadOS 14. That's your best bet. There's a lot of cool features within this update, but it's nothing worth breaking your iPad over. I think they could have done a little bit of a better job, but take it as you will. I think that's good enough for this specific, update. But, iPadOS 16 is probably going to be the bigger one. That's when the Air 2 is definitely going to be done. So that's essentially it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it means so much if you guys can hit that. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.